What's up?
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Royally Fucked, where we check out this week's books on FOC. And it's been a little bit since we've done one. You know, we've been enjoying our vacation, but we all had some free time and everything like this, so we figured it's be a good week to go ahead and check in on the FOC and see what's going on with it. So, how have you guys been? Are you enjoying your vacation? Start with you, Marvell.
Oh my God, it's going by too quickly. Last weekend we had family down from Pennsylvania, so yeah, it was a quick trip, but it was good.
Right,
all that stuff. Yeah, had COVID the week before that, so
nice. Good way to spend vacation.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so it's been good times.
Right. How about you, Sheik?
I've been doing okay. I'm not on vacation, but I try to find some time to relax during the weekends. I'm still uploading on my own channel sometimes, and some of the newer videos are doing a little bit better, so that's encouraging. Happy to be back.
BC, what's going on? All right. And I see we got Mr. Baker in here too. He's gonna be dude is at the golf course. You ain't lying.
Surprise to nobody.
All right. Right. So we'll go ahead and jump right into it here and check out what we got going on this week. So what looks like, we're going to be looking at first, of course, as usual, Image Comics. And we got Ain't No Grave wrapping up. I've heard good things about it. It was one I wanted to catch up on, but I haven't been able to find the first issue for it.
That's fun.
So, right? Yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and hold on to the hopes and dreams that they'll do it, put it in trade paperback.
No, they'll do a trade. I guarantee.
Yeah, I imagine it will.
Yeah, it's a good book. I like that.
Right. First issue is a little tough to find on it, so a reasonable price.
It's like selling out. I heard, and it was a $5.99 first issue, so it was a little bit pricier.
But sounds like a pretty decent read. So I'm looking forward to checking it out then. All right, we got Free Agents up next, and this I have not read at all, so I don't know anything about it. If you guys have looked at it at all, sounds like she checked it out.
I got a preview of the first issue like a long time ago, like before it was coming out, and I read it, and I thought it was like there were good things in it, but the book didn't make sense. It was like a book like where you read it and you're like, I'm not sure I really understood what was happening, bits and pieces. And I talked to a few other people, like my retailer friends from different stores who actually got the preview as well, and they all agreed. Like we all had pretty much the same reviews, where like it's like a 5 or 6 out of 10. I did pick up the second issue because they said Radiant Black was going to be in it, and he is. He's in it for like 2 panels, but he seems like he's going to have like moments in it for like the next 2 issues. So I picked up 3 and 4, and he's on the cover of 4. Like if you see Free Agents number 4, he's like fighting one of the characters. So like I'm just buying it for that. But like if I had to judge the book on its own merits, it's very okay. Like I wouldn't recommend it personally. I'm just buying it for Radiant Black. Like that's being honest.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean,
I tried with number 1, and it was so wordy that I'm like, no, I'm like, this is too much for like an issue number 1. I'm like, just kind of break it up a little bit. So yeah, maybe I'll go back to it after the first arc to see if it all makes sense in one solid read. But yeah, the first issue was a little too much to get into.
Fair enough. So it sounds like we all kind of felt the same way about it.
I'm finding I'm because I read so much. I'm like I need to cut out like more books. Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? Like if by issue number 2 or the story, even if number 1 doesn't make a whole lot of sense or I'm not into it, I'm like I'm not even gonna. Yeah.
No, it's cool though because you're both saying the same thing, so that means I don't have to pick it up other than the Radiant Black issue. So
it's really like not good. Like I was going into it with high hopes because it's Kurt Busiek and Fabian Nicieza, so it's like you have 2 really like they're like long time comic book veterans, right? Like they've been working for a long time, so it's like and they're really good writers. So I thought like, okay, we're in for a treat, but I was really let down. So
yeah.
So just get past like Gromit's number 1 third print.
Yeah, I saw we're getting a 3rd print for number 1 up there, and we're getting a 2nd print on number 2. So Gromit seems to be doing well. I attribute most of that success to Cheek. Yeah.
So it's so good. I love this book. Really I think I've been buying all the ratios been championing this book since the first issue. Honestly, this book is one of the best looking books on shelves. Like it's like has some of the best art, period. Like it's like a vibe book, so there's no real overarching story. It's just every issue is kind of like a chapter, a day in someone's life, and like the events of those days. I like if I had to describe it, it's like Dazed and Confused, but like for the 80s, because Dazed and Confused is set in the 70s. So it's like that, but for the 80s, there's a lot of 80s nostalgia. You see a lot of like chain restaurants, like with their original designs. And that's to me, like the really impressive part is that Brett Parson, I want to say, Brett Parson, I think he did a lot of reference work, like looked up the like the places and went to like these old McDonald's, and he had to, because like it's so accurate. It's actually like hard to comprehend how good it is. And you see like this old Taco Bell. Yeah, dude, you see it's like like you have like these 80s malls. I mean, you've been through it for sure, but like I don't think you guys appreciate like to get down the details of like a mall, for example, like the layout of the mall, the look. It's not easy. Like you have to, as an artist, like you have to really, like if you're going off memory, that's even more impressive. But I guarantee he looked some shit up, and I'm saying that with respect. Like amazing work on the book, and the gens, like those girls on the second print cover, those are the 3 gens. So it's like if you've ever seen the show Ed, Ed, and Eddie, that's exactly what came to mind when I thought of the gens, because it's like Jen, and Jen, but they all have different amount of N's in the gens. And they're like these 3, these 3 really cool girls. And this book is so good. Yeah, it's exactly like that. This book is so good. Like I don't even really like skateboarding. Like I have nothing against that. I'm not really a skateboarder, but I think you don't need that. Like as long as you just like, if you like Dazed and Confused, or if you like just like high school kind of slice of life, it's like that. It's so good. And the ratios are amazing. Like the ratios are all a vibe. So highly recommend this book. And the first and second issue, the first prints are becoming like pretty hard to find. Like they still cover price. I've seen some sales like $10 to $20 for the number 1, number 2 first prints, but this book just snuck up on people. Like I don't think it was heavily ordered, and it came out way after a bunch of Rick Remender books. And I would personally say that of all the Rick Remender's books, the new ones, this is the best one. So please check it out if you haven't. It's so good.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I attribute most of the success already to you. So I know you're just going to keep hyping it. So I'm definitely picking up the I've been picking up the late printings and stuff on it. So you'll check it out soon. Mm-hmm. And of course, like Baker said, man, got to talk about the Gunslinger Spawn. You know he loves it. So I think I'm with Baker on this one. I'm partial to the B cover this week. It's just a pretty nice one. I always pick up Spawn for one of the covers usually. So
yeah, that B cover is probably like, of the 2, I like the B cover a lot better.
Right? Yeah. All right, we got Holy Roller number 8. I know Dude would talk about that if he's here. He loves it. It has to do with bowling or some shit. And
he's a vigilante with like specialized like
bowling powers.
It's so stupidly funny good. Like you know what? Like it doesn't have to have like, like a deep thinking plot. It just has to be, like fun and enjoyable. Yeah, that's all it has to be. And I love the series. I thought it was gonna be so stupid, but yeah, I read number 1. Okay, I'm like, well, this was okay. I'm like, oh, by number 2, for sure they're gonna, shit the bed on it. And no, like I'm glad it's 9 issues to. Yeah.
I read like the first 4, and it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Good art.
Seems like you guys are enjoying.
Yeah.
All right, we got a new Lady Mechanica series coming up. If anybody's into that, some Power Fantasy getting some second printings, and looks like Public Domain is hitting issue 8.
Did you guys read Power Fantasy?
I haven't read it yet, but like the reviews are like I think the critic average is like 9.6 or something, and I'm like, yeah. Oh. I looked at the first 3 pages. I was reading it because I was like really tired the day I opened it, and I was, this is just all talking. Like it's all just people talking, and it reminds me of like if you read Krakoa Age, like the X-Men book, the main X-Men book. Reminds me of like the first 10 issues when the mutants are just going around just talking to people and just threatening them and telling them like what they're gonna do and like how Krakoa is gonna change the world. It feels like it just feels like that. There's a whole bunch of conversations. It's well written, like it's intelligent. It's good. Like I forget what it's like. What did they call it? Like a apocalypse political book or whatever, something like that. I think it's like decent. At least the first 3 or 4 pages I read, but
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of hype, and I saw some sales for like $15-20, and I'm like, guys, like diamond stores didn't even get their orders of this. That's why there's so few copies. It's only people who ordered Lunar like got their copies this week, so the diamond next week. So I feel like people thought it's like a lot rarer than it actually is. And they did this. I heard it's equally allocated, but I don't think that's true. I think it's more of a like 1 in 5, 1 in 4, 1 in 3. But they did like 2 cover A's, where one is like the standard cover, and then one has like no white background at the top or whatever.
Well, see, well then, so to your point, so when I saw that cover price posted that, and when I went to my LCS on the, I think it was the Wednesday or the Thursday that I went, and he had 3 copies like left over, and 2 of them were the chase variant. So yeah. So I don't know how it's distributed, but yeah, like it's definitely a lot. Yeah, it's more common. So I wouldn't pay like crazy amounts of money. Like I see some people posting the chase variants for, especially when we don't know, how those were intermixed. So.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's literally just like it's the same cover. There's just a white like edge at the top. That's it. I was just like, what? I literally saw like every website that had them. I saw 2 listings, and it was like they were the same price. So I bought both. I bought one of each, and I was like, okay, like I don't know what, because I didn't honestly. The reason I bought one of each is because I didn't know which one was cover A, and I wanted cover A.
Yeah.
That's the truth. That's God's honest truth. I was like, I just want cover A because I'm a cover A whore. Yeah. And then I was like, I'll just get both. Yeah, it's a nice art though. Like I like Casper Wingard's art, but like I said, I can't fully comment. I haven't read it all. I feel like they were anticipating buzz with how fast they had the second print article ready to go, because it was like dropped the day this book released, early in the day, like in noon, like 12 o'clock, 1 p.m. noon. They're like, boom, it's sold out at the distributor. Here's the second print. But I'm like, what the fuck? The diamond copies haven't even shipped yet. But like, I guess at the distributor, it's still sold out. So yeah.
All right. Well, I picked it up. Like I'm the same as Marvel. I picked it up, but I haven't read it. I did the same thing as you did. I noticed that there was different copies, so I just grabbed all of them and said, "Fuck it." But yeah, now I feel like I'm gonna have to, check it out sooner than I was planning on. So okay,
it's 40 pages. Yeah,
it's a lot of
pages.
Honestly, I didn't get through it. That like I was saying, like it was just too big brain for me for an issue 1. So I'm like, I don't know about this, but I don't know. Maybe I'll, like the first few, I should just kind of see how it rolls out.
That's kind of why it got bumped down the fucking pile a little bit, because it's a bigger issue. So I was like, all right, I'll save it towards the end.
I remember like that was the problem with reading Planetaries. Like you can't really read that while you're like off. You kind of have to like really focus and read everything and think about it, because there's like so much shit happening, and I feel like this book was like that.
Right. Okay. All right. So next up, we've got Scarlet on issue number 4. Second to last issue, Energon Universe. We love the Energon Universe over here at Comic Kingpins, so definitely pick up all of those.
Yeah, I would say if you're an Energon fan, they just said we just found out, even like from the retail point of view,
the Ultra
Transformers 11. Yeah, there's an Ultra Magnus cover by James Herron, and it's really good. It's like honestly one of the best Transformers covers ever. In my opinion,
really good.
Ever. Like it's like honestly, it's that good. The problem is it's selling for 100 to 125 US.
Yeah.
Already, it's 1 per store. So good luck, everyone. Go check your LCS this week, because it's not. You might get lucky, but 100 to 125. That's the numbers right now.
So see, I mean, hey, you never know. See if you can find a deal on it.
Yeah, and it's a homage to the Ultra Mega #1 cover, or one of the Ultra Mega covers. So it's like really nice. Yeah.
And of course, we got Spawn 356 up there. We'll mention that, of course. I know Baker's gonna like it. I like both these covers, to be honest. So it'll be a tough one to decide which one I'm getting there. Walking Dead in color on issue 96. I do like that C cover shown on there.
I can't believe that's still going.
I know, right? They're really gonna go through. They're gonna go through all the issues, apparently.
Yeah,
it's almost there. So.
Okay, so was Walking Dead like ever done in color before? Like, did they do like an omnibus? No. So they're really going back and recoloring it all.
But like honestly, like I understand. Like if I was a huge fan, like I do love The Walking Dead, and I think the comic's amazing. But like I don't care enough to buy it in color. But if it was like one of my favorite comics of all time, like kind of like Invincible, I'd consider buying this, because Dave McCaig is one of the fucking best colorists ever. And it's like, if you're reading Sacrificers, this dude is literally cooking. Like, he's so good. He's won the Eisner, like, last year, I think. Dude's amazing. He's fucking incredible. So, to see, like, if I really loved The Walking Dead and I wanted to see it colored, and he was coloring it, and he is, I would buy it. So like I do know some people buying this series and they're really enjoying it colored. So like from that point of view, I do think it's cool that they're doing that. It's just like I'm personally not invested enough to get it.
Yeah. Like I would have grabbed like a number, like the first few issues.
I did grab number 1. I grabbed 1 and 19. 19 is the first Michonne. Those are the only 2 I grabbed. Yeah, because I was like,
I think it's a way to get to a nice entry point where you're a fan but not that big of a fan. It's a nice way to get in. $5-6 instead of buying like the image first for $1. You want to spend like a little bit of quality money on it.
Yeah, and it's the printing is so nice. Like the paper, everything is beautiful. The image first, as much as I love them, they're like really flimsy.
They're garbage.
But it's $1. Can't complain, right? But like
exactly.
it is flimsy. But like the Walking Dead, no, it's like a skybound proper book. It's beautiful.
Right.
So
yeah, it is pretty nice to be able to grab the the key issues and everything like that. We'll have one coming up on issue 100. So if you're into that.
Oh, do you think they're gonna do that big?
I don't know. I'm probably, man, because like they've done shit like that on all the other special issues. So
you mean like the Sacrificers one, the artist edition or whatever?
Like nah, he's talking about like the baseball bat that they did for Negan.
The Negan one. It's like Negan or
like the variants and shit.
Yeah, the variants.
Oh, dude, that would actually be smart. I wouldn't put that past them because they did do the face variants. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
face
I got all of them, of course.
Yeah, so honestly, I could see them doing that again, especially since it would probably like stir up some hype, right? Like issue 100 and everything, and it'd probably be super underordered. I can't imagine many people are buying that shit, bro. I don't maybe people in their pull boxes, but I can't imagine many stores are getting more than one shelf copy if they even get one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. All right. So next up, we've got Animal Pound number 5, wrapping up that series. There is an FOC reveal cover on there, so the third.
That cover D is pretty cool. Is this Stephen King homage, right? Or is that? Am I thinking the wrong thing?
I'm pretty sure it's Stephen King. It looks Stephen King.
Yeah, it does look Stephen King. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely the one I'm going with. It's been a pretty good series too. Enjoy it.
Yeah, I've heard good things. Yeah.
See, I thought it was like Russian propaganda type posters. Like, no,
maybe it is. I don't know what the fuck.
Maybe yeah. I have no. It reminds me of Stephen King. Yeah, it reminds me of a certain Stephen King book. I just can't place it. But I also could see it being a horror movie. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. But I could be wrong. Like, it's just a gut instinct. Yeah,
it's hard to say. Either way, I'm getting the shit. All right, so we got Firefly, Malcolm Reynolds, year 1, because someone asked for that, I guess.
$8.
I know, right? Like, I fucking love Firefly, but I'm not buying your goddamn $8 book. That's ridiculous. Yeah. You got all these other $4.99. Yeah, there's no reason to do that. I guess they're paying for the license. I don't know.
That Minor Arcana book, I'm buying the fuck out of that, though.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
People say Jeff Lemire's doing the whole thing, like art, writing, everything. And some people don't like Jeff Lemire's art, but it's like, I think if you like someone like Dustin Nguyen, then like you'll like Jeff Lemire's art because it's very similar. It's just his lines are finer, but it's still a watercolor base with like very light colors. So it's like, I'm personally excited for this. I've heard really good things about this book. I haven't read it, but I've heard good things, and I've heard there's like a lot of buzz for it. Like they think it's gonna be like really good. So I'm excited.
It sounds pretty good, so definitely worth checking out. I think.
The only thing
Plus, you got like the fucking best artists doing the covers, the variants, like all the best artists doing the variants. Yeah,
got Prison on there.
The problem I have with Jeff Lemire's artwork is like he makes the people look so old. Like I just read the book Fish Flies by Image that just wrapped up last month or whatever, and it was good. But yeah, like the art, like everybody looks old. Like even the little kids look like 40-year-olds. And there's
just wait till you read if you've ever read Matt Kint where he's drawing the art. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing exactly. So
maybe they just have trouble drawing kids.
It's hard. Honestly, if you read a lot of Silver Age Marvel and DC, it's a thing almost all the artists struggled with. To the point where when someone could draw teenagers or kids well, they would be hired for almost every book that did them. Because it was so hard to draw kids well. Then most people were just used to drawing big white dude, right?
Right. It's because it's an adult. It's just half the size. So basically that's how they apply it to the art. All right, we got Ranger Academy number 10. I'm sure dude's probably still on it. I think all the rest of us have fallen off.
I'm impressed this is still going.
I know, right?
I like.
Is it like an ongoing? Is it 12?
I guess.
No, I don't know, but I hope
Okay.
it's not.
Is
No,
it good or is it bad?
Like, it's not bad. The story, it takes a lot. It's taking a lot of issues to get to where they're going, and it always just feels like, like whenever they get to a little bit, then it's like we have to reflect on our feeling. It's very like like young adult oriented, so it's very much mental driven. Oh my god, like I feel so bad, like I'm such a bad person. Then we got to reflect on that for 3-4 pages, and then, 4 or 5 later, like 4 or 5 pages later. But like it is picking up. I'm kind of interested to see where it's going. I think it's probably going to reach the end maybe around 12. Which would make sense to me, but I mean, if it was ongoing, I could kind of see how. But
yeah,
I mean, after this, we got that that really weird, spoofy Power Rangers.
That one shot. Yeah, with the Care Bear Power Ranger.
The Care Bear Power Ranger, the bootleg.
Yep.
Interesting.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah, I did buy the issue 1, so maybe I'll read it.
Yeah, I got issue 1. That's the only one I got though. All right, I got a Red Before Black #1 getting a second print. Cool, I guess.
It makes me happy. Yeah, when I see it. I heard good things.
It actually wasn't bad. I
haven't read it yet, so
not to be sexist, but I kind of don't care about those like female like hit woman type of books. But this was actually good. I think it's written by Stephanie Phillips, maybe.
Okay.
But no, it was actually pretty decent. There's like a tie into like where the Red Before Black thing comes in, so it kind of makes sense. So I mean, it was a pretty good #1, so I'll probably read the other few issues of it. So yeah. And the artwork's pretty good too. So
cool, definitely worth checking out then. All right, so we got Absolute Power #3, penultimate issue of that. Couple good covers on it too. I mean, you got Carla Cohen there and Talera, sorry.
I read this issue, and let me tell you, I'm trying to say this without spoilers. If you like John Kent, you should buy this book, this issue.
Okay,
the big John Kent issue. So if you like John Kent, you should buy that issue.
Come again.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's really good. I thought this was better than issue 2, maybe just as good as issue 1, but what it sets up is really, really interesting. The art's still fucking amazing. I just think the only real criticism I have of this particular issue is that it's a bit busy. There's so much happening, in the event, so many different parties. You're panning between a fucking million people, but then halfway through the issue, they start to focus on one moment. I will say, has everyone read issue 2?
Not yet.
Yeah, no, the number.
This is 3.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I read #2 already. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So there's a certain place in #2 that's now gone. I don't want to spoil it for. That was really surprising to me. That was I wasn't expecting them to do that. That was holy fuck. That's gone now. It's just gone. It's not even there anymore.
The next comic on the top of my stack, so it should be good by the end of the day. But
no, dude, it's and the art's dude.
I'm gonna guess it's probably Nanda Parbat.
No, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna spoil. It's not Nanda Parbat, but it's really. I was wow, I don't think they have the balls to do this, and then they did, and then someone actually dies, and that surprised me. That really actually shook me because I was what the fuck? I was I thought they were gonna this person was gonna become huge. Not in my opinion, but at least based on what they want to push, and then they just killed them. I was what the fuck? So I'm I don't know, is that a fake out or what? I don't know yet. It could be a fake out.
But at the very end, the character that we see that's going through the boxes, is that? I mean, I don't know. I don't know the character, but the artifact.
What he's holding, the artifact? Yeah, that's a JSA member's artifact. If you know what I mean.
Does it do what I think it's? Does it do what I think what it does, and that are they going to do what I think they're going to do?
I don't think they're gonna. They're not. I don't think they're gonna do what you think they're gonna do.
Really?
Because I was thrown out.
That's the easy way out.
Did you think they were gonna reverse time or whatever?
It's gotta be Dr. Fate related.
No, it's not. It's not Dr. Fate. I'm not gonna say what it is. I don't think they're gonna reverse time. I think because that thing gives you powers for a certain amount of time. That's what it does. Yeah. So.
Oh no, it's not dial H.
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh,
but what I would say, there's a moment.
As long as it's not that.
I just want to give them their flowers. Like there's a moment, both Dan Mora and is it Alejandro Sanchez? Yeah, Alejandro Sanchez. Dude, they're like this book. The art's so good, but there are moments where the art doesn't even have to be good, and it's so good. Like there's a tiny panel in this issue 2 where Oracle is just looking at a screen, and it's like glowing on her face, and the colors and the art is so good that I just sat there looking at that tiny panel for so long. It's not even like it's not even like something anything crazy happening. It's just so well illustrated, and the characters look so good. It's the first time I saw him draw Batman in like. Because every time someone draws Batman in a Batman book, they do their own like minor design where they just change a few things. But this is the first time I see Dan Mora draw Batman like Batman is in current status quo like DC, and it's so clean like that. Because he usually draws the blue era Batman in World's Finest, which is like slender, more Neil Adams. He's drawn like a Jim Lee Batman, and it's just so good. But I will say like super random characters in this event to get like really funny moments. One issue that I think people should pick up. So I didn't recommend the Task Force 7 mini, which is like the tie-in series. We call it every issue is like the anthology. Every issue is a different team. But there's one issue, I think it's 3 or 4, where it's the JSA, and they have this like Jadestone character, which is one of the Amazos, and it's like infected with free will. I think that's a really good issue. That's worth
really good.
Yeah.
I actually like the Amanda Waller origin move. Like
that was good.
I know nothing about Amanda Waller, but reading that,
it's literally year 1 though, isn't it? Like it's literally Amanda Waller year 1. That's what they're calling it in the inside, and I'm like, that's so funny. Like because it's what I really like is how it parallels Bruce Wayne, like his year 1. I thought that was such an interesting choice to be like, this is what Bruce Wayne chose to do, and this is what Waller chose to do, but they're kind of similar, but in a different way. And I'm like, fuck, that's really like.
And from what I'm reading about it, like that's actually what they're going for, going into this. I guess.
Yeah.
So.
No, I really like. I just all I will say is I have no idea how this event ends without them like really fucking Waller up. Cause she's so powerful. She knows everything. I don't understand how she can.
Apparently, it starts a new universe.
Yes, yeah, and that was kind of that's kind of teased at the end of 3. I'll tell you guys that much.
Yeah, I mean, well, they're calling it the absolute universe. You already know that. That's
so. I would say my theory, my speculation. Oh, I used that dirty word. My speculation is that similar to how at the end of Death Metal 7, you got a preview, like a peek, like cameo of Yara Flor, Jace, and John, like for whatever the fuck the other one is, I think it's John or whatever. I think they're gonna do the same thing at the end of Absolute Power 4.
Yeah,
you'll
get a tease of the absolute universe.
And maybe the new gods returning, because they do tease the new gods in like the first 2 issues. Like they just mention them, but you get the feeling they're kind of like teasing you, So 4 might be worth picking up even if you're not reading, just for like the key,
All right, so you got some big things going on over there at DC for sure. So.
Plus, that's a good homage. That's like an actual. The cover A is a good homage where he made it his own instead of just like literally copy pasting the cover.
Is that Hulk 340?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I wondered too. I'm like, oh, that's an interesting take.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what else we got. I'll go down here a little bit farther. We'll talk about some Batman 152. Mostly on this one, I just actually want to talk about the cover here.
The Beetlejuice one? That's the best one.
Yeah, bro. They went Batman 89 for it. Like, you had to, right?
That's so meta. I love it.
Right? All the Michael Keatons on there. So definitely got to pick that cover up.
The fact that it's not on Batman 89 is what pisses me off. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Yeah.
Like you got a whole mini.
It's so frustrating. It is. It really is. Yeah.
That you keep putting out. Yeah, exactly. So whatever.
And they have.
He's the freaking artist for it too. Like he's the artist of that book. just like the symmetry, like the synchronicity would have been better, or the grand synergy or whatever.
It would have. But
especially when you have 6 covers, you couldn't just push that onto Batman 89. Yeah. Like Batman 89 probably needs all the sales they can get anyways. So like why couldn't you? Right. Especially if you have like the Nicola Scott the D cover. Exactly.
Right? I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah.
All right, we got Howard is wrapping up his summer breakdown. Cool. Glad that's over.
Like, why is this $5 DC? Like, what kind of kid's gonna spend $5 on a Batman Howard book? DC, come on! Like the Scooby Doo is the better option. It's $2.99
for $3, right? I would definitely rather have Scooby Doo.
Who's Howard? Like,
I don't know.
I think DC like made up some random kid so that they could have a kid's book. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's just some random kid, I guess. I don't know. Birds of Prey 13. It's been all right.
It's been all right. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of dipped a little bit in quality. Still good, but not like great.
Still decent.
Yeah.
I love that Ejikuri, the B cover with Cassandra.
Yeah. I'm like, I bought the Scott, but I'm considering also just getting the Ejikuri cover because it's
it goes nicely with the Art Germ cover that he did for, I think it was
the Asian Festival book.
Perfect, like companion.
Yeah, it really is. And that one's a perfect companion to the Art Germ cover he did for Stephanie Brown years ago with her, like, you know, like that on the cover. Ooh. Yeah. You don't know that one? No. I'll send you the picture later. It's like the perfect. It's almost like it's meant to be like next to that one because it's like he did the same idea.
Oh yeah, I
you know what I'm talking about? She's kind of cut a little bit. Yeah. It's a good cover.
All right, let's see. We got Batman 400 getting a facsimile.
Wait, can I just say something? Yeah, I just want to go back up for a second.
My bad.
Because it's fine. It's just so funny and random. Look, I think it's a nice cover. That Wildcat cover, Birds of Prey 13, Garcia Lopez. It's a nice cover. Nothing wrong with it. I just don't understand why it's a Birds of Prey variant when Wildcat, if anything, is in the JSA and she's not even in the Birds of Prey book.
It was weird to put her on that.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Because there's still an issue of JSA when we get farther down there. There is still an issue of JSA coming up. So
I'm not again. Really nice cover. I just don't understand why they put it as a Birds of Prey variant. I don't know.
It was a weird choice.
There's already 4 covers to choose from, and of course, it's a spotlight cover. I can't stop doing this.
So weird.
Yeah.
I'm buying that fact.
Speaking of, right there it is. There's JSA 11. Like,
bro,
really could have put it right.
Pisses me off. They don't even have the A cover. First of all, why is it only the cover D that's on FOC'D? I
don't know.
Like, what? That doesn't even make sense. Like, there's nothing. It's not like a prismatic or whatever. It's a literal normal cardstock cover. Yeah. The cover A for this, I'm biased, but the cover A for this is the best one. The cover B, the Harris is really nice, but the cover A has the Legion, like a lot of the Legion fighting the JSA, and it's just like a packed ass cover, and it's really well done. That's my pick personally.
It's pretty cool. All right, so we got My Adventures with Superman number 4.
That cover B is an instant buy. Like,
I like cover B. I was gonna say I'm not even reading this series, but I'm grabbing that one. Just
I want to see what the C is because like they give a lot of like different artists a chance on this book to do the variants. Yeah. I'm really curious what the C is. I hope they put it in soon. Yeah.
All right. So you guys gonna pick up Plastic Man No More?
Yeah. I read this book. I read issue 1. It's good. Yeah.
I'm
excited. Yeah, it's good.
It's Plastic Man. I'm definitely going to pick it up. I feel like it's going to be a funny series no matter what. And it's Black Label, so, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, it is Black Label. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I feel good about it.
That Somni cover is amazing. Like, I don't care what anyone.
Right, I love that fit. That's the one I'm grabbing, too.
Amazing. Amazing. It's such a good cover.
All right, we got Poison Ivy 25, still going strong. Should have given her own series years ago, apparently.
Oh, and it's $6. Nice. Right. I will support them doing that because you hit 25 issues with Poison Ivy. That alone is that's impressive. Right? And exactly. B, if you've only done this like once or twice, the whole series, I don't think they've ever charged more than cover for a cover A except one time when they did a special issue. So it's like, you know what? That to me, that's totally that's what I'm like. It's fine. You know, like do that.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, you know, even the other covers they have like the Nubovich, pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, so
the Bolin.
Nice. Yeah, the Bolin's dope.
It's just something a bit off at the face. Like she looks.
She's got the Typhoid Mary going on.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's even better. Typhoid Mary. Yeah, she does.
I think it's something about the lips though that it kind of throws me off a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. I think it's because of the green color. It makes them stand out more. Because it's not really a natural look to most of us.
Yeah.
So it looks kind of Jokerish, but I don't know. I like it.
It's nice. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. All right, we got Shazam number 15. Man,
I'm not reading this book. I heard a lot of people say like, it's better than the Wade run, but I'm like every time I try to read it after, I'm like I don't know how you people can can say that. It's just like,
yeah, I don't know.
I think Josie writes the people better, like in terms of she understands the Marvel family in the modern context. I mean, not understands it better, but she has she gets the audience a little bit better. But I think Wade just writes a more fun book. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
It has been good. Like I said before, like it's dipped in quality, but I'm still reading it. It hasn't really fallen off that much, but yeah, it's not the same.
I was probably just partial to the Wade run. I mean, I like it.
Yo, that Boy Wonder book may just be the best Damien book ever. Like, honestly, like it may just like
it is good.
It's so good, and it just like it actually the thing that it does so well is distill his entire history in a very digestible way. That's like you can be someone who's never heard of Damien, and you can buy this book, and you'll know you have a very good foundation for who Damien is. Yeah. Exactly, and the way they humanize like Talia in this book is better than I've ever seen. Like,
that was a really good issue.
It was definitely better than his actual origin story.
Oh, 100%, dude! Like it's so like you can tell every time you read this book. The like Juniba loves Robin, especially Damian Wayne. Like he loves Damian Wayne. Like he really respects the character. Yeah. And I think this will be evergreen. I think like this will be like I'm hoping it'll be like Batman Year One for Damian. Like people will love this book.
It really could be.
Well yeah, it's so good. And it's like people were saying like, oh, the art, whatever. I think the art's amazing. Like this is like Darwin Cook level, not in the same style, but it's like it's that approach where it's more like lighthearted. It's more focusing on the story and the fairy tale component of it and the true like superhero aspect of it, as opposed to like dark fucked up shit. And the covers have been really good. I don't think I've ever gotten a cover A except number 1. All the other ones I got cover B. This is the cover B's have been better.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. All right, so we got Trinity Special World's Finest number 1.
B cover.
Yeah, the B cover is so good, and it's a homage to like one of my favorite books, which is like Tech 38, right? First appearance of Dick Grayson. So that alone like makes it worth picking up. So yeah, and it's like you don't see a B cover that often.
Yeah, the reading synopsis, it didn't sound like
it's a reprint.
It's basically a reprint. Yeah. Like it's going to be
it's reprinting. No, it's a reprint. It's reprinting the backup stories of Wonder Woman that have Trinity. But I've heard teasing. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it is alluding this. I've heard they're going to give her own series. Like it's coming soon. That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's fact yet. It's not really been.
I thought this was a lead into that. Okay, so I was thinking it was going to have the reprint, and then there's like one original story in the.
I'm hoping that's the case. That would make it a lot better because the reprints aren't even like it's not even set when she's an adult or like a teenager. It's set when she's like a little girl and she's being babysit by like Damien and John. And like some of them are good, but some of them are like the one with Kite Man. Did you read that one, Marvel, with Kite Man, where he shows up at the end, where they're trying to teach her how to fly the kite, and she's like just pissed off the whole time?
I think that might be in these ones. So there was another Trinity special, so that was like issue number 2.
Yeah, that one I thought was really bad. I was like, this is just Tom King trying to promote Kite Man and the new fucking cartoon. I was like, bro, like don't do that shit. Like I don't know how editorial let that slip, but like the other ones I thought were pretty good. Like it's a fun book. That cover B, I already bought it. Yeah, I think all the covers are great, but the cover B is like
amazing. Come on, they're corgis. Like hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grab that, right?
Yeah. And that's John and Damien, by the way, as corgis. Like so if you've read the story, you know, like that's them. So
it's gonna be pretty good. I like the C cover on it too. It's not bad.
Yeah.
The anime vibe. All right. So of course we'll jump into Marvel. We got to talk about Amazing Spider-Man 57 and all of its covers because, of course, we've got yet another Disney cover. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a sick one. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm grabbing.
Nice cover. It's a good one. Yeah.
They're starting to reach now. Like they are.
Yeah, they're reaching, but this is it's still a good one. It's still a good.
They are classic covers. They are choosing classic covers, but I'm like, okay. You know what? Like, there's a lot of covers you could choose, but I'm like, I think we're kind of run the course for these Disney covers.
I figure if they're doing it like that, where I can just look at it and without even looking it up at all, just know automatically like what issue that it came from and everything like that, then like I'm probably gonna grab it. Like this is West Coast Avengers for sure. So I obviously remember the cover. So I'll pick this one up. Once they start hitting the shit that I can't even fucking place it anymore, then we're done with it.
Well, I mean, they've got to moderns. The newest set they're doing House of X #1. So I'm like, well, that's a. I'm like, oh, we've already like reached the bottom of the barrel. We're up to 2019.
That might be a stretch for me. I'll have to see the cover, see how much I like it then. I don't know. All right, so we've got Avengers Assemble #1. This is a little mini series, 5 issues.
The what's his name? The MCU covers. I kind of like these. These are actually like pretty cool. They changed the image. This wasn't what it was a few days ago, but yeah, they did a Thor one. They're doing a Hulk one. There's an Avengers one, and I think there's a Moon Knight one.
I like the cover. I just hate the border. It makes it look like a trading card variant.
Yeah,
like it's a really nice cover. They should have just like took off the border.
It kind of does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because when you open it, it looks like a trading card variant.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm already getting to Disney. I'll just stick with that. I'm good. I like it, but I know they're gonna do a fuck ton of them. So, nah.
Yo, the Blood Hunters 2 Jeff Shaw variant. Holy fuck. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
wait till you see it. Just wait till it's coming up.
That Avengers Academy, the one.
Right there's your another Marvel Studios, the wraparound variant.
That one's pretty good. I'm getting the Shang-Chi, the Disco Dazzler one.
Yeah, the Disco Dazzler. That's a fun one. I like that.
Hilarious.
I don't know if I want to
one.
grab this series or not though. It's like it feels like the Avengers B team. So like,
And it's kind of a weird lineup. Like Shang-Chi was just on the
Orlando, bro.
So
Orlando.
I know, but like it's so weird.
Like they couldn't have gone to any other writer.
Like it has so much going against it. Okay, first of all, you got a rotating fucking lineup of like not necessarily the main characters, or not even using really the main characters outside of like Captain America that much. And then it's only a miniseries. Like it feels like it's a dead series before it's even started.
Yeah.
But I mean, never know. It's possible. If they didn't have an Avengers series out there already, that'd be one thing. But yeah, the Shaw variant on this is sick as hell for the Blood Hunters too.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Definitely grabbing that one. I don't even think I grabbed the first issue of this one. But that one I gotta pick up. It's just a good.
I just wish it didn't have the teeth though. Like I get it. The new status quo is that Miles is a vampire, but I'm like, he didn't have. It's too many teeth.
It was a weird choice to make him a vampire, but okay. I mean, they Jubileed his ass.
Yeah.
Well, it's a weird choice now that they made all vampires are daywalkers. So
yeah, that too. Like, okay, all right. So basically, they're just regular people. They got to drink blood.
Yeah.
About 30 psychopaths in New York that already feel that way. Let's see. We got Captain America 13. I haven't been on Captain America lately, so I'm kind of behind on it. I have to jump in on and check it out, see where we're at with it. This one, though, Fantastic Four number 25. And I noticed down here we've got a spoiler variant. And I'm torn because I see Galactus fighting fucking Godzilla and the spoiler variant here. And I don't know which to get because I read the synopsis and it feels like Galactus is showing up in that shit. So
maybe Galactus will be a vampire. Who knows?
Maybe. But I feel like he's going to show up. So I think he's going to end up being on the spoiler variant. So I think I might need to grab both of them.
Okay, so Sheik, you're reading Fantastic Four. Like, are you caught up to this? Like,
I'm a few behind, like 3 issues behind. Yeah.
It feels like 25 is.
I do like it though. I do like the book.
25. It feels like this issue is going to be kind of its own standalone thing. Like they get transported to some alien planet, and I guess they're like, I don't know if the technology is just years behind Earth or if they actually got moved into the past. But then it basically says that there's going to be larger, like, cosmic problems coming along and everything. It sounds very much like fucking Galactus coming to eat that bitch. So
yeah.
Or do you think they're just going to introduce a new character, which is typically what they do?
It could be. But at the same time, is that worth passing up Galactus versus Godzilla?
I mean, get bold. What? Okay.
That's fair.
Knowing Marvel, do you think it's going to be something stupid like we got Galactus's mom 2 years ago? Do you think Galactus has a brother?
Oh my god!
I don't think. I would think that they would have included Galactus's brother in with Galactus's mom, or at least made a mention of it. Like you pretty much have to have the whole family set now.
Well, I mean,
I would
now
think.
they can space it out and introduce it along different titles. So keep that blood alive.
Right. We'll see what happens with it.
Oh God. If it's a Galactus sibling, like I'm done, Marvel. No, thank you.
All right, so we got Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider number 5. Is this an ongoing?
Dude, I think so, but look at that cover A. It's Mark Brooks, and he's like, do you guys remember during like SDCC and a little bit before in the other con, I forget the other one, he was like changing his style to kind of do the X-Men 97 characters in like a Disney style. That's the style of the cover. So like it looks like he's kind of changing up his style, which I think is really, really cool. I respect that a lot. I really like when artists try new things. I don't like when
I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's just Brooks.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he's doing his Disney style. He's doing the Disney style when he Disneyfied the X-Men 97. So I think that's really cool.
Interesting. Yeah, I like it. I'm more likely to pick it up.
It's also like it's just a cool cover. Like it's actually a nice cover. Yeah.
I haven't been following this series. My girl's a huge Ghost Spider fan, so she's been grabbing all of them and everything like that. So I'm sure I'll grab it.
It's actually not bad. It's
I've heard this one is an improvement. So
yeah, compared to the stuff that we've got from
Ghost,
and this is pretty good.
Yeah, because she's constantly going off about how bad the miniseries were and everything like that, and she says this is actually decent. So I'm gonna have to check it out. All right, we got the sequel to Reign still going on. Cool, I guess. All right, did anybody ask for this either? Like, it just came kind of out of nowhere, right?
Man, issue number 2, that was tough. I felt like, did I miss an issue? But no, sure enough, number 2. I'm like, okay, what the fuck's happening now? Like, where?
It's like time jump and shit.
Yeah. And as you can kind of see, no spoilers, but Miles Morales is the villain. So I'm like, God, really? So I mean, you could probably guess where they're going. That Peter let them all down. Blah 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 blah. He's the best for the city, type of thing. But Miles Morales. Yeah,
it's gonna be something silly, I think. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know how you're gonna explain Miles taking a villain turn.
I'm a little burnt out with Spider-Man personally. Like I was picking up Spectacular Spider-Man and then I stopped. So I'm like I even dropped Miles. I'm like so low on Spider-Man.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, Spectacular also got really convoluted and kind of stupid. I'm like,
Dude, Nave. I saw Nave. Like I just saw the picture of Nave, the new character, the first appearance in the latest issue. And I just saw it in the LCS and I was like, yeah, I'll pass.
Right.
I'll pass. Yeah.
I'm good.
All right, we got Star Wars hitting issue 50.
Dude, I want to buy this because I'm so happy that they did a 50 fucking issue series. Like not just of Star Wars, it's like any title hit 50. I know X-Force did recently, but it's always cause for celebration. And for Darth Vader in particular, I know it's not on FOC this week, it's probably a week after, but that Darth Vader, that's the longest Darth Vader run ever. So I want to celebrate by buying the last issue, but they're $8. Marvel, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's just like, what are you doing?
And usually they end up being real nothing issues.
100%. It's like, why would someone pay double for a final issue? Like, what is this? What kind of practice is this? Like, what is like a penalty? It's almost like, hey, all you guys who stuck around with us till the very end, fuck you. It's like straight up, like that's what it feels like.
Or so, also, because I was pulling Wolverine, the last issue, I think it was like an $8 book. So it was a story, but I thought, but I was hornswaggled. I thought it was like a double-sized story. No,
it was a backup story.
Not a fucking backup story. Origin. I'm Wolverine. I hunt people. I kill people. I hate that I do this. I'm like, I fucking know this. I'm not stupid.
Right? Yeah, we've been knowing that for years.
Oh, what the fuck?
In the last issue, they put his origin in the last issue.
I hate it here.
It's just like that's what I mean. It's just like, guys, why? Like, I know you can, but does that mean you should? Like it's just like,
why you do this?
Yeah, and then someone like Power Fantasy is like, oh, you guys want 40 pages? $3.99. It's just like It's like an indie book. This dude's paying for his own book and he's giving it to you for less. It's more pages. Like, what even? I don't even know. And then Baker's gonna come like Spawn's just $2.99.
Yep, exactly. Get Baker in there.
$2.99.
He's not wrong though. He's not wrong.
He's totally right. It's card stock. It's card stock, and it's $2.99. That's insane.
Highest quality book for the price. To be honest, though.
Wait, so for the Star Wars 50, do they have any like good ratios and stuff like that? They must.
Oh god, those are gonna be
Probably.
tough as well.
This might be a little harder for me
$8.
to pull. This is a little tough for me to pull up the dude, so we'll give it a shot here though. See what we got.
I can tell you real quick. Here, let me do it. 6'2".
Yeah, let me run through them real quick.
Yeah, there's a 125 of Old Man Skywalker by David Lopez, and then it's okay. And then there's I think there's just the 1 in 25.
Really?
Yeah, that's the only one I could find based on the barcode searches.
Is
Oh no,
that
there's
the
100. There's 100. There's 100. The 100 is a version of the Lineal U at cover A. So imagine getting 100 copies of an $8 book just to have it be a version of the cover A. Horrible, bro.
That 1 in 25 goes kind of hard for Luke Skywalker.
It's cool. Yeah, it's pretty
not
cool.
bad.
Yeah.
Might look for that. Maybe we'll see. All right, let's see.
But I love Marvel City. Like the ratios are 125 and then 4 times that amount. Like there's no 50. Like there was none of that in the middle. There's no 1 in 10s. No design.
I couldn't find a 50. I couldn't. Here, I'm gonna double check actually. I couldn't find a 50.
Yeah, it looks like it's just 125.
Yeah, God, that's gross.
Marvel.
I like the 25 a lot better.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Let's see. I'm gonna look up the Vader.
Let me see.
Well, I mean, especially when you can.
Oh, Vader has a 125, 100, and 150, and the 125 John Gang is fucking cool. Oh my lord.
You said that's for Vader?
Yeah, he has a 125 John Gang
that
variant. Spicy. Yeah.
Yeah. That'll probably be next week then. I think
the 100 is a Derek Chu. I don't love the 100. It's not bad. It's kind of weird.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So we got also Star Wars Inquisitors #3. I've been picking it up just because I'm a Star Wars fan, but I'm behind on reading it. I don't know what the fuck it's about. So I have not read it at all yet. I'm just waiting until I get all 4 of them, wrapping it up together. Ultimate Black Panther #8. If you're into the Ultimate Universe, you know, this is probably, I'll be honest, for me, it's like, I don't want to say it's the worst part because it sounds bad, but yeah, it's the worst part of the Ultimate Universe for me. Like, I like Spider-Man and X-Men a little better than
I don't really care about Black Panther. So
it's pretty. I mean, it's decent though. Like, it is really good. I'm enjoying it, just not quite as much as X-Men and Spider-Man. So
yeah. Honestly, I would rank this above X-Men. X-Men, I'm kind of slowing down on. It's definitely something to read.
It does seem like it's going to take a turn here in the next couple issues. I think I'll probably be the same way. I'll probably be putting Black Panther over X-Men. But
yeah,
so
X-Men's also like too decompressed. Like there's barely anything happens each issue.
Yeah,
like
exactly. It feels like it's going to be slow. So I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, it'll probably change over the next couple issues. I'm feeling like Black Panther's picking up and X-Men's slowing down. But
yeah. That Gambit cover is pretty cool.
Yeah, the Uncanny X-Men #2, the Vecchio. I like the Gambit cover.
I like the colors.
Yeah, right? It'll go good really with the Rogue cover too.
Yeah, the Rogue cover. Yeah, the Rogue cover was really nice. I saw that. I was like, damn. Yeah.
Vengeance of Moon Knight #9. You know, K-Man's picking this up every cover. There's only 2. Looks like there's only 2. He's fighting Godzilla on the other one. Well, Khonshu is.
That's a really good Torrin Clark though. But I wish they didn't choose Khonshu.
Is it the cover A?
No,
that's the Godzilla cover. Yeah, the B cover.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
Venom 37 taking part in the Venom War. I haven't read anything on Venom War yet. I'm kind of actually actively trying to stay away from it.
In all honesty, I was trying to avoid it, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'll read the Venom War #1. I think it's just a one shot, and it's literally like a cage match, like wrestling style, to fight for this thing. I started skipping through it, and then I looked at the very end. I think there's 35 tie-ins. Honestly, I'm falling off Venom, so with the whole Venom fatigue. So I think I'm just gonna wait for everything to kind of roll out, and then read it all, because like the story itself is getting really like. It's going downhill.
Yeah.
That's how I felt when they introduced Bedlam. Like that was the last time I was like really
Right.
actively. I read the first 9 issues and I was like, "What is this shit?"
It's starting to pick up a little bit once they all kind of like met each other, but then yeah, like it's kind of getting like I'm like I don't even know what the fuck is happening. I'm like honestly like
It
every
feels like
issue
it
the
feels like
same.
Venom went the way of Spider-Man under Spencer.
Wait, you read the first issue, right, Marvel, the Venom War? Yeah, there were people
read
like,
like few pages, then I skimmed all the way through it just to
okay,
kind of what was going
okay.
on. That's
People were like, "Oh, I'm rooting for Dylan," and people were like, "I'm rooting for Eddie," and I was like, "I'm rooting for K-44 Chemical." Like, you know,
I'm rooting for fucking Carnage and Null so we can end this bullshit.
Yeah, wipe out the symbiotes, man. There's too much. There's too much. It's like it's starting to become like Green Lanterns or Robins, where it's just like you have too many, it loses meaning. Like just like you have to like toe it down a little bit so that like the ones that do exist. Like Sleeper is such a cool Venom, but we have never really seen Sleeper.
They don't do anything with Sleeper.
They don't. Right. They don't do it. They're either just like they're always like Dylan's bodyguard, but they really just stand there as a cat next to him. I'm like, you could do a lot with this character, but you just want to like throw these guys in a cage. And then when they showed Peter like as a symbiote, and I was like, I just rolled my ass. I was like, what the fuck is this? It's like, what are we doing?
I like the Cassara Wolverine cover. That's pretty dope.
Sick.
I mean, I'm grabbing the main run from it, and I'll hold on to those until it's finished, and then I'll check it out. But I'm not grabbing all the fucking tie-ins for it and all that shit. No. Same thing with this Venomverse Reborn, man. Like, man, come on now. Like, we got all this shit going on all at the same time. Like, what?
It's
like
it's
the whole
so
Venomverse Reborn like ties into this as well. Like Dylan's asking like 5 questions to whoever he's talking to. So that ties into like this. I'm like, well, why couldn't this have been like part of the like one of the issues? Like, I don't know.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, and we got X-Force getting a second print, so I guess
Marvel's line feels like a little bit bloated right now.
Right.
Like it feels like they could really clean it up and like just make it a little bit better in terms of like not having a lot of useless options, in my opinion.
Yeah, get rid of a bunch of the Spider-Mans that are unnecessary, a bunch of the Avengers that are unnecessary, a bunch of the fucking Venoms.
There should never be more than 2 symbiote books at the same time. Like, in my opinion, it's just too much.
Carnage and Venom, and then go.
Yeah.
And that's all you need.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right.
When you look at this week, you have five titles that start with the word Venom in it.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. All right, so moving on to Dynamite, we got some Hercules with a non-negative space cover. Red Sonja and the Devil. Death and the Devil. Okay, whatever the fuck that is. Bunch of Linzer covers on it.
Yeah.
And the typical re-releases of some other stuff. Dark Reflections, Vampirella. Not bad. Nice cover there. Perio.
I like that Thundercats is the number 4, the Hazer homage.
Yeah, the Hazer homages are always good. That's one of the. I think that's one of the Dynamic Forces ones though. So you see that $35 price tag. So.
Well, what's that very random price point? $35.82.
Yeah, it's the most. I don't know how the fuck they picked that number. Just started drawing them out of a hat or some shit. All right. Well, moving on to the indies, and let's see. First up, we've got. We'll talk about this Autumn King coming out from Oni Press. I don't know a whole lot about it yet. Looks kind of interesting. I'm gonna check it out. We'll see. It's Cullen Bunn, so
Yeah, that's I'm kind of into it too. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It looks cool.
Yeah, I mean, I have to let you know how it is when the second issue comes around. All right, so we got Conan Barbarian Battle of Blackstone. I don't know if any of you out there are fellow Conan fans. I am. I've actually been enjoying the Titan run for Conan. It's been really well done for a Conan book. So I'm not sure how this. Yeah, I'm not sure how this particular miniseries is gonna, take off for it. But like the Conan books from Titan have been good if you're a Conan fan. So
nice.
All right, let's see what else we got. Dark Empty Void. I really thought this shit was some Radiant Black something really when I first saw it. I was like, oh shit, some new Radiant Black. No, it's not. It's Mad Cave.
Yeah.
Like when I saw it, I was like, that's what jumped in my head immediately. But and we got a bunch of Dynamic Forces stuff here too.
Okay, do you see that the
Which one?
The Dynamic Forces, the Secret Wars #8. What the hell is that?
Hold up, let me go back up here.
And it's on a Captain America book, and then they'll say your cover might be.
Yeah, it's okay. So it's a commission. It was a commission, I guess.
Like,
signed and remarked.
Yeah, it's a commission. Original hand-drawn art by Dan Neidlinger.
Well, if somebody, so I'm guessing somebody commissioned it and then just didn't buy it, or.
Well, how the hell do I get my art onto?
Right, like that's kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, it's like literally just a recreation. It looks like it's almost traced. I'm not gonna lie. So
that's it's a weird one. I don't know what the fuck it is. Those dynamic forces usually, I just stay away from that shit because I never know what you're gonna get. Cruel Universe #2. Got lucky. I think I got the gold version of both of these for the first issue, so I'm kind of excited about that. Love the old EC stuff, so you know, definitely keep these on the pull list.
What's the book that Image is doing, and it's like EC anthology?
Is it the horror one?
Yeah.
Dwellings?
Yeah, I think. Well, no, I think they're doing something.
No. Oh, Silver Coin, or
I think they're doing a new horror book or something like that. That's going to be an anthology. It looks like it's.
I think I know what you're talking about. I just can't remember because there's been a lot of horror recently.
Yeah.
So for some reason, I thought this was going to be like a little bit different. I'm like, oh, this is like the book that Image is doing. So yeah, there was a lot of hype around this. Like, I get it, like it's EC horror and stuff like that. But I mean,
this one's the sci-fi, the Cruel Universe. They doing the horrors like the epitaphs from the abyss or whatever the fuck. This is the sci-fi one. I read this one. It was like 2 of the stories I thought were good, and the rest were So I love the idea. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, as someone who loves the history, I think the idea is great, but the stories were okay. But at least the Greg Smallwood covers are awesome. So
yeah,
I'm gonna get Sheik going here real quick. I'm gonna change the subject for a second and just give a shout out to the women's national soccer team for the U.S. We just won a gold medal over Brazil. They're looking salty as shit, so I love it. Been having that on in the background, so you know. All right, let's see what else we got. Gotcha Man #3. I've heard good things about the Gotcha Man series. I haven't checked it out yet, though. So I grabbed the first issue for it. Have to read it.
Covers are amazing, though. Oh,
they are.
The book now is Creep Show. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh yeah, Creep Show. Yeah, that's Creep Show's not been bad. Like I've enjoyed.
Creep Show.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dude. He was telling us about the High on Life when it was coming out. He pre-ordered it. Now we got the notification the other day. I think they're making like a TV show out of it, right? A cartoon or something.
I think so.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Definitely picked this. I actually picked it up after Dude, told me about it and everything like that. So.
Yeah, same.
Looking forward to how it wraps up. Let's see what else we got here. Some Xenoscope, Holmes and Houdini, whatever that shit is.
Yeah, that's weird.
Kerpow #1 coming out from Scout. Get into those. I can't, like I say every time, I can't get into the Scout stuff. That weird 1-issue release just fucks me up.
Yeah.
Magic Order's getting another miniseries.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, gonna take place after the events of what the hell was that called, Marvel?
Big Game.
Big Game, yeah, that's it. So,
Big Game, nice.
See how that goes.
Yeah.
Man, Goat and
I've
Bunny
only read
Man.
the first, so I need to catch up. But yeah, like from what I read from it for Magic Order was really good. So
yeah,
it'll be nice to get back.
I liked the first volume and the stuff that I saw in Big Game. I missed a bunch of the stuff in between, so I grabbed some of the trade paperbacks for the I think like 2 through 4, I guess it is. I grabbed the trade paperbacks, but I haven't read them yet, so I'm gonna have to get on them before this series starts up.
Yeah, I know. I want to try to catch up and read it. As it comes out.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the Millar series that I like the most, probably. Nemesis is definitely up there, but.
Oh, Nemesis was really good.
Yeah. Got Man, Goat, and Bunny Man. Beware the Pigman #3. I always buy the Man, Goat, and Bunny Man shit. It's just good fun. Masters of the Universe Revolution 4. I do like the B cover on this, obviously, just because of how it's set up there. Yeah, it's kind of neat.
I like the A cover as well, and I think
it looks nice, right?
I think the big thing about this is they're finally going to introduce what's the Spara is her name.
Despera, yeah.
Because they don't have the rights to She-Ra, they created like the evil version. So I think they're gonna find. I keep on trying to read it online to see. I'm like, oh, is she in it? Is she in it? So I think they're finally gonna introduce her into this one, and then probably do another series. I assume, because I don't think they brought her into the show, the Kevin Smith one.
I don't remember seeing her in the show. I don't think she was in it.
Yeah, so I think it was like a silhouette kind of cameo, and they're going to, once they do another season of the Netflix shows, when they're going to introduce her. So I assume the comic is going to be the same way. They're going to cameo her and then announce another series. So
probably that would make some kind of sense.
To get She-Ra into a comic, I guess that's your pickup. So
right.
I might pick this one up actually.
Yeah, it's probably a good one to pick up to Masters of the Universe, He-Man. So. All right, got Ninja versus Roku still going on. That's wrapping up finally.
That pedestrian book, bro, that if you guys can find the first issue, it might be, like I said, it's not amazing, but I thought it was compelling. Like, how do you make a book like that interesting? And I thought they did a good job.
Well, I'm gonna have to get it now because we got a Vitruvian Man cover on B. So
yeah. The first issue has a cover B. And it's a really nice, Will Eisner homage, in the same way he used to do those covers with people running through certain structures. So it has good covers. I'm really impressed with a comic of this stature. And they look at the creative team, and it's a lot of new guys. I'm surprised the level of production quality for how indie the book is. It's better than a lot of indie books of the same quality. So yeah.
Okay. So definitely worth checking out. Like I said, I'm gonna pick up that Vitruvian Man cover, so it got me on it.
Yeah.
Got some massive Ram God, whatever the fuck that is. Give a mention to the Sabrina annual spectacular one shot.
Oh shit! How much is
it? Does say up in
$4?
The corner.
Wow, yeah, it's only $4.
It does say up in the corner that there's going to be a first appearance of a new character that's probably going to take a role in the horror universe or whatever that Archie is doing. So if you're into Archie, might be one worth picking up.
Yeah, nice. And
Sonic 73. We're getting closer to that.
75. I read the Archie series by Mark Waid, the first.
Oh yeah, so good.
And it was so good. I'm gonna read the rest eventually, but yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. Oh shit, going the wrong way. All right, here we go. I love this. Survival Street, Radical Left #1. Survival Street getting a sequel series. Fuck, I'm excited. I love the first volume of Survival Street. It was just a fun series.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
TMNT Mutant Nation.
I know. I don't know what that is. I'm on that too. It's kind of weird. Probably gonna see some new characters and shit.
Some Area 51 shit. Apparently, that's
right. Cool. I don't know. I'm gonna pick it up. So.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
Yeah. All right, let's see what else we got. I think we got some more TMNT still. Yeah, we do. Got some Saturday Morning Adventures. I have not been picking that one up, to be honest. I know it takes place cartoon style and everything like that, but there was plenty of TMNT going on for me at the time. So, Witcher looks like it's getting close to coming to an end. I'm not sure how many issues that's going to be. I would expect probably 4. And we got Wonderland and some other bullshit. So, yeah. Pretty much looks like what you got for the week.
Not bad.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad this week. It's not as insanely huge as it has been in recent weeks. But it's not, it's not a completely bland list either. So
exactly.
All right, guys. Well, that's the show we got for you today. Sheik, you want to let them know what you got coming up? I'm sure you got some stuff coming up over your channel, right?
Yeah, I've been slow on the weekly reviews, so I think we're gonna do a weekly review video covering the last 2 or 3 weeks, because they've been pretty light weeks. So because we've been so busy, we haven't been able to do that. And then I'm doing a video on Mr. Terrific, like
Ooh,
Michael Holt, like, you know, who is Mr. Terrific, like what are his feats, you know, some good reads, just like a basics on Mr. Terrifics, and that'll probably be Monday or Tuesday. So, and then probably whatever Kingpins get together again, I'll be there. So
yeah. Which we will be coming back. It's looking like we're going to be coming back about the beginning of September. So we're going to be having a little bit of some changes to, you know, the programming that we're putting out and everything like that. Obviously, there's not as much, you know, news and cinema stuff going on anymore. So we're going to try and take it back old school and focus more, you know, not entirely, but more on the comics themselves and everything like that, and make a few changes. And we'll be back in September. But of course, you'll be able to see us probably here next week for FOC. Not 100% yet, but more than like after Labor Day. That sounds about right, probably. So it'll probably be right around that. Yeah. So, all right. So, guys, that's the show that we got for you this week, and we'll see you back here next week. So, appreciate you joining us. Later, guys.